Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you hear me, George?
Hear you loud and clear. How you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, my brother.
10-4, 10-4.
It's not too noisy around my environment. Sometimes the wind be blowing. You can hear the echo through the mic.
Gotcha,
You don't hear it
gotcha.
on my end? Okay.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're bringing to you another powerful episode. Dealing with Take It to the Streets live morning show. We once again are here again with myself and co-host George John, as known as Hulk Smash. Yeah, I got a window open. She asked, did anybody have a window open? Yeah, I got a window open. Showing a little, that's what I was talking about. It'll bring it breeze. You might have yours open too. I know
Yeah,
I
I
got
do.
it.
Yeah, I got mine open because it was a nice breeze. I'll close it.
Well,
That's
I
fine,
cracked
man.
mine. Yep, it was both of us. We're gonna recognize everybody in the chat. Go ahead, George. Recognize everybody in the chat there.
I did. Gig was official said hello. Georgia Webb. I said hello back to her and stuff. Dash and Investor said you got a good order today, brother. I said hello to Dash and Investor. And Gig Wars just said, good now. It was loud. I'm
I
just writing down
appreciate it.
to her. So thank you.
Major delivery in the house. Let me see how I can
Yeah.
do this. I'm gonna have to go to my other thing right quick. All right, make sure we got everybody in here. And this is what we get ready to do. I gotta go now. Now we in the house now. Let me turn it down. All right. All right. All right. All right. I just added 2 more moderators in the house here. Congratulations to Major Deliveries as well as the Dashing Investor. Red is already a moderator on the
Mm-hmm.
channel and everything. So we added 2 more additions to our moderators. Now, to no further ado, this is what the topic probably going to be about, but I'm going to use a quotation that so many of us has got so wrapped up into the illusion of gig life that we have lost reality of real life. George, I'm turning it over to you, and I will be facilitating as you go through your content and message for our viewers today. The floor is yours.
Well, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. And if y'all still good morning to everybody. Whatever time zone you're in. This is now on the replay. The topic is basically what he was saying, about how people just get so entangled up with, a lot of the YouTube drama and stuff like that. But sometimes they forget about, or they get, but they forget about actually their own personal life. Um, my thing is, I have a little story. I'm going to tell a little backstory. Um, my thing, and now people ask me about, what's going on. I had a lot of issues going on and stuff. My mom was one. She had some medical issues and challenges that we're doing, and to the point that now we we are all getting investigated for her safety because there's things in her house, that are not right, and certain things that my aunt did that she shouldn't have done without my mom's knowledge and stuff. So things are going like that. With my wife, she ended up having she's doing a surgery going to happen. She ended up getting a vertical hernia, and now she's going to be doing surgery tomorrow. So we were prepping for that. On top of that, her sister, she ended up developing cancer, um, and that's a big toll right there on her as well as my wife because
Sorry to hear
she,
about that.
my sister. I don't say sister-in-law. I call her my sister, and she lost body parts because of it so far, and that's a mental thing. Her hair fell out and everything. She really lost a lot more weight, and it hurts and everything when she's going through the treatments and everything like that. But we're trying to encourage her. D-Red was encourage her. Encouraged with my wife also. He was praying and stuff like that. She did appreciate it and appreciate you, D-Red, for helping her and stuff like that. She really appreciated it and
You're
things like
welcome.
that. There's other people, content creators, that helped also, and their appreciation. And so it's a lot. It's basically who I support. I don't want to leave nobody out, but everybody knows who I support, and they supported me, and in times of trial and things like that. God tests us in all kinds of ways, and then you find good support in all kinds of ways. I feel this community has a lot to offer. You know, Granted, with all the bad stuff that's been going on and stuff like that, this is a good community to be in. I'm really honestly saying that. This has come from my heart. This is a good community, and I'm proud to be in this community. Um, I'm not the only one that had issues. There's other content creators and non-content creators, but people who support channels and stuff that had issues too. That through YouTube, and people that help them get through what's going on in their personal life. And sometimes, things get said that some people might not, might not grasp the knowledge or understanding of what people trying to say. It's probably the way they word it. Some people might get offended, but there's things that you have to have time, you know, to have time for you, your loved ones, and stuff because you only have one life to live, and it's not talking about working so many hours and stuff like that and things like that. But yes, yes, Robert. Um, I understand. That's why I was saying that other content creators and non-content creators had problems too that we supported as well. And I didn't want to name this one person and not name everybody forget because I don't want to leave nobody out because that's why I said everybody knows who I support, and those are the same people who supported me. So I wanted to include everybody that I support because they supported me, the good times and the bad times. So that's why I said it like that. So I didn't want to leave nobody out. I did say D-Mac because he's right there, and he had something with my wife. A lot of people, nobody talked to my wife but him. So that's why I said that on that aspect with him. But with me, it's the whole community that helped me. So that's why I get that. So by doing all this stuff, you know, I've been going back and forth to Michigan and stuff like that, and I feel that my family comes first. I can always get money and stuff. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know, we had two vehicles, two brand new vehicles. My wife is new than mine. Mine's 2022. Hers is a 2023. Now it's 2024. But one of her cars up there stuck in Michigan and stuff. We had to come back. We had to fly back, and my mom, she fell and got injured and stuff. Now she's 77 years old, and she had these medical problems. So we both left and came back to be with her. During that time, we came back because we was up there because of her sister and her problem. We was up there to give her support. We both came back, you know, and things like that. During that time, like I said, she ended up getting sick and stuff and stuff like that. And then things just happened that we couldn't go. So when we decided to try to go again, go back up there to fly up there, We couldn't because of unfortunate circumstances that happened, so we had to stay here in Blythewood, South Carolina. That's where we live. So now that a lot of stuff is coming, into light, that things are getting done, you know, we're getting more of an understanding. We have the support from my family and friends, and also from the YouTube side too, which help us pull file stuff that we're going through.
Okay.
And by doing that, you know, I learned, that other content creators were saying about, like make some time for you to enjoy life because you never know what happens. And by doing that, also they also said, try to let me see how I'm gonna say it. Make sure that you have an out just in case something happens that you can't work. So all these apps, decide to do whatever, and you can't work the apps, anymore, or particular apps. Make sure you have some money saved up or whatever, a plan
Right.
B, plan C, plan D. So by doing that, that helped us because you see, I'm not gonna make top dasher this month because, for next month because I had a lot going on, and I really don't care to be honest with you because my life was more important for my life and my family well being was more important than trying to get top dasher. So I'm not gonna make top dasher, and like I said, that's not gonna even affect me. That's one of my strong apps I do use, and with that app not gonna be, it doesn't really affect what I'm gonna do to the point. I can make
Right.
it up whenever. So
Right.
the whole point basically is you have to have time for you know life in general. Try to enjoy some time. This content creators and stuff that have their own ways of doing that. Just don't judge them. You know, you can't judge them how they have their time. Everybody have their time their way, but there are people who have to run after that dollar or whatever. But you don't know that person's situation. Instead of just judging, try to figure out the situation and then try to help them. Some people, make bad decisions, financial, mental, whatever. But, try to find out why people and then try to get them. Because, some people use, like YouTube, some people use it as an outlet, to talk to people, because you need calls for like, I'm not going to say, a whole bunch of hours. You in these cars for a whole bunch of hours. You like in the Navy, you got a one MC. Well, your radio is a one MC, unless your phone call in to talk to a talk show or something. Your radio is like a one MC. It talks to you, but you don't talk back to it. So this is a way to know people, and it passes time. And there's content creators out here who try to make it fun. You know, You got the gig wars. You got this app. You got different kind of charities and stuff going on and things like that. Try to get into the community, things like that, to help pass the time because to me I'm getting bored of deliveries and stuff because they're all now in my mind being the same. And when I get bored of something, it's time to move on. So that's why this is one avenue I'm looking at. Is trying to be maybe a content creator. And there's other avenues I'm thinking out too that I was putting in place before even thinking about trying to be a content creator. But this is one of the avenues too, just to see. D-Web is helping me out. I want to be with other content creators so I can get something with them as well. If they will want me to, shadow them. I don't mind being a UI under instructions. That's what we say in the Navy. I don't mind because you see, everybody have their own way of doing content, and I wouldn't mind knowing different ways. It's another avenue for me. Me and my wife, we think about doing the business. For her. That's why I got those little tablets. Some of the guys, it's not really tablets, it's actually little mini computers, so portable. That's why I bought them for her and me, so we could do our little business I want to do with her that she's gonna get to. Um, I didn't show D-Rev some projects because my wife was making some projects for my daughter, and she just finished them. But I will show him. He could put them on his community posts. So I'll give him the right so that you can see some kind of the projects and things that she do, and we're gonna try to do a business on that. Hi TFT, how you doing? So there's other things that we want to do and stuff like that. But the more I'm just saying is find some time to enjoy life. So this like this go and just get caught up in all the drama and all that stuff or the chaos because YouTube is not for entertainment. You do get some knowledge and everything out of it. Depends on where you want to go and see. But just try to your best just to do you and make what makes happy for you and everybody just help each other out. That's what I want this community to do is help each other. You're gonna have disagreements, but there's always a way to solve problems without actually, downgrading people, calling them names or whatever the case may be. What's up, Charles D? So there's always going to be everybody's not going to agree with people what to do. Me and D-Ray, we had a disagreement yesterday. If you watched our live stream yesterday, we had a disagreement. I said my part, he said his part, and I said my part again. Same way he did with the disagreement he had with me. But we waited to each other, said their parts and stuff, so then we could get an understanding. And when you do that, you can still voice your opinions on stuff. You know, everybody wants that respect. I'm old school. I'm 51. I'm not sharing my age. I look good for my age. I'm 51. Some people didn't think I was 51. I'm 51 years old. You know, there's a lot of content creators that's old school. D-Rev is one of them, and there's others. You know, they use the old school way. Your word is your bond.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
other content creators that goes on the same kind of concept. Your word is your bond. They don't want all these receipts and stuff and proof and things like that. People were saying all that stuff. Yeah, we need receipts. We're going to show receipts. Yeah. But, we're getting away from the old school mentality that your word is your bond and your actions speak louder than your words, too, at the same
Right.
time. So you
Right.
can say one thing and then do another. You know, I'm not saying receipts are not good to have, but thank you. I'm not saying receipts are not good to have, but some people just saying you have to show receipts, you have to show receipts, you have to show receipts. It's not always you have to show receipts. And like I said, we had a safety awareness showing all these receipts, and then we going on the live stream saying we don't make money and stuff like that. And guess what? I'm just saying Doordash, but all the platforms they have IT people. They also have people that they hire to go on these channels, different channels and stuff. And then look at them. They even have them go on Reddit and Facebook and all that other stuff too. Just hear what they're saying.
Right.
And that's what they do. So they get all this input and bring it back to their boss. So when we say things like, oh, we ain't getting money, we need this and that, but then you're showing all these big payouts, but you're not showing everything. Some of them are not showing everything, but they're showing what's good for them, for their channel. We're not showing everything. It makes it harder for these companies to believe us because they've seen them say, yeah, they say this, but you're getting $100 payout. Then you're getting $50 tips, cash. So, we're killing ourselves in the realm because we all fed up trying to get contact out, but we don't watch what we say sometimes. Content creators saying that, for instance, a content creator was saying that, my counselors and stuff that I do the VA, they watch certain channels that I associate with. He was saying that his channel was watched and it was good. Yes, it was, but his wasn't the only one. There was others that I associate with that help me, that they say, okay, that's good. Now you're gonna stare. Sometimes people gonna stare just left or right or whatever, and it happens because we're human. But as long as you find your way and come back, that's all good. Because you see, it's with my mental state. I go to sometimes YouTube to, vent and stuff too, but to meet people. I like to meet people, and social media is a good way to meet people. I don't do a lot of social media, just YouTube. I don't have no Facebook account, Instagram, none of that other stuff. I just do YouTube. So, and I got the gig was that, and what's the other one? Shoot, Discord. So I have that one. I have Discord. So yeah, so I have that. I have that one too. But I don't really do anything. I like the word of mouth. Talk on the phone. I email here and there, but I like to talk on the phone stuff. So, but that's what I got to say. It's not gonna. I don't want to be too long winded and stuff. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me. But we are doing better. Um, on my sister's situation, she has another treatment in April, so that'll be her last treatment there, and then they're gonna talk about radiation after that because they saw some new stuff, new spots that they want to focus on as well when they do radiation treatment. And I won't know nothing to tomorrow about my wife after her surgery, but I'm gonna be with her. I won't be. I'll be on YouTube, here and there. But I'm not gonna be doing no work and no gig at work because I want to be close to her. Because with a hernia, they're gonna put some staples. Because I had my appendix removed. Um, when I had my appendix removed from the VA, they also found out I had a umbilical hernia, so they fixed that while it was inside. So I had 7 staples in my belly. So I'm sure she's gonna have similar. So and it takes a while to heal and stuff. You can't really lift a lot of stuff and things like that. So if I didn't really listen to, because I didn't really save a lot of money all the time. Me, my wife, and my daughter, we used to just blow money away and say, "Oh, this is good" and stuff like that. We just blow our money away. But I found out, later on that gotta save money and stuff like that. So we did. We got nest eggs and stuff saved up. So for like like this coming up now, I'm not gonna be working in these 2 weeks. I got money saved up. I ain't worried about it. I got money more than 2 weeks. But I'm just saying, at least for 2 weeks right now, I know I won't be working. And then after the post surgery comes after that, when she sees the doctor again, then we'll go from there. So that's all for me. What I was gonna say, and I'm giving it back to you, D-Red.
All right. First of all, George, we want to thank you for sharing your heartfelt message. And I want to be able to give you a round of applause. Sharing your heartfelt message. I want to be able to give you a round. And always be double tapping on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful testimony, heartfelt message. We're not a psychologist, psychiatrist, nothing like that. But I do have a profession in my field. When people come to me under confidential situations, I do talk to them because of my profession. And it was important that he got a chance to put this message out there today. And the reason why it was important because he needed to release the toxins. The toxins of what I'm talking about is the things sometimes we're not able to filter out doing our mental thinking as well as our spiritual aspects of what we going on in life. We more than just, a body, right? So we done got so caught up into the illusion of the gig life that we lost reality of life. You know, and like I said, I heard about 20 minutes of Pedro Live Sunday, and Marcus talked about his situation on how he be so in tune and watching videos. It affects how the way he drive, the hours that he put out there on the road. You know, we as service providers, gig workers, delivery drivers, business owners in this niche in our community, we are so often not respected. We so often are not appreciated in the outside community. I had someone made a comment the other day. Oh Lord. But we was explaining how you can maximize your earnings and stuff. Hey dude, go get you a real job. If he knew my track record, I'm not quite sure he wasn't even thought of when I started my first job. I done been in a lot of businesses, ladies and gentlemen. I may play a footage of a video that I will be broadcasting today. I might give you a sneak peek. I'm going to give you something that I would give the members only club so you can understand some of the things that we're going to bring. But if I can help a brother, help a sister go through their day in trying times and the experiences that we go through in my ride-alongs itself is an informative story, or it's a story that's informative. You know, I bring information to the story, and the story can become information that we all can relate to. Everybody have a problem, have an issue, have a struggle. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna share mine in a split second, and I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna show it. Hold on for a second. See this right here? All right. I'm gonna take y'all outside the vehicle for a moment. All right. Hope y'all can see me clearly. See all of that right there? Look like spaghetti. I'm gonna drop it on the ground, let you look at it. That's called a serpentine belt, ladies and gentlemen. And good things that drivers need to know how to do mechanic work, minor mechanic work on your vehicle. So when you need to fix stuff, you know how to fix it. You got to have your tools. You got to have your tools. Now I'm going to set that down. You got to have your tools. I'm going to show it again. It look like spaghetti, don't it? I repaired that. I'm going to put that up before they make me put it in the trash. It's good to know how to do some work on your own vehicle. Part didn't cost nothing but $33 plus tax, $39, right? You know, when you're driving this type of vehicle I got, people know it's old school Mercedes, nothing to brag about. It's just another vehicle. We don't let stuff like that get to our head. I've been in 4 accidents since I've been in this doing gig work for 2017 to now. Had an automobile accident last year around June. Took me out of commission. I had to put work on this car, get it up and going. I done put not fuel pump, but I done put water pump on. That'd be the 3rd time I changed a serpentine belt out of the 2 years of this vehicle, power steering pump, radiator, starter, generator, what they call it. I can do my own work. Plus, YouTube will show you certain things too if you don't know. Power lock on the doors. I wasn't able to shut the door and stuff, right? So I learned how to unlock the doors. The technique worked for any vehicle, not just this vehicle. One day I will be showing stuff like that as well for, you know, younger drivers that might not know and can't find the information. And you're going to see it look like a real bright light behind you, like you sleep, and all of a sudden you see a real bright light. I'm going to leave that effect on. Yeah, it's an old school Mercedes, 2001 E320. And I do my own work on it. And when it gets too major, I do have a mechanic. I want to share something that us gig drivers we do. Before I say that, I'm gonna say this. You know, I heard rumors that people said that I have clickbait video, clickbait material, clickbait titles. Well, is this a clickbait title today? I don't think so. It's just some people that feel a certain kind of way because of the content we put out, which let us know we're doing the right thing. You work on cars as well, my brother? Yeah, you got to be able to work on them. I'm not a mechanic, but, you know, when I had my old school 72 Chevrolet Nova, you know, it's all good, brother, because, see, they sell a fighter that's losing the fight the hardest because they know they're getting ready to lose or get knocked out. That's the same way it is here. I want to be able to play some of this footage. Not all of it. I want you, well, it's 9 minutes of it. I'm not going to play it, but I will redo it. I want to kind of turn it sideways. I can turn it sideways. I'm going to let you hear a little bit of this here. Just like a fellow driver helped me out. Called them. They came through. You know, I said, you're going to be, might as well be my Uber driver. Gave them the fee. You see what I'm saying? To take me to the parts place, to my home to get the rest of the tools and back to the spot to fix it. I had forgot where the nut was, and the 2-hour job would have been 5 minutes to put that belt on. Boom, bam, and gone. So when it did come to me how to fix it, he was like, where did you go? I said, I could have fixed that 2 hours ago. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. This is some information. We so often talk about the wear and tear on our vehicle. And I'm hoping that I picked up on what he was talking about mileage. Let me turn the windows up. I called myself getting away from this stuff. It never fails. Somebody around here in the parking lot acting crazy. Thought I got away from this stuff. Apologize. We're going to go ahead and play some of this now.
I ain't got no complaint. You got a text to him. Everything. I do, man. I got a $2 million insurance policy. I have to have it. Anything break, I got that. My insurance comes from all right face. I ain't doing this because I want. I do it because I love it. I know what I'm going with this now. I've been doing it so long. I'm 55. I started out they all feel how they see the mind. Look what David could feel. David could feel.
Back to the prices of gas when you don't add the gas prices in your figures and stuff.
You lose because you come out there one time, then you got to come back out there and come back out there. Say if you go 20 miles a day. I mean, just 20 miles from one job, you turn around and go 10. You ain't made nothing.
See, we worry about gas also in the business that we do. You see.
Where the hell on you too? No, I don't figure it up from there. I got this from white people about 35 years ago.
And you've been rocking it ever since.
Some people that get you out there, other people that get you out there, they try to itemize the price. See if they see one of their buddies giving them the right price. Now, no, I don't do that. I'm kind of lying, man. I ain't gonna be straightforward.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to spoil it all, but I am going to replay that bad boy. Powerful information there. I don't know, did you hear it real good, but it's powerful information there. Now, he do home improvement, just like yours truly used to do. That was me, him, and Howard. You know, I went over there to take care of some things for Howard as well, just like Howard took care of some things for me yesterday. You know, and we got to talking about the comparison of him as a home improvement contractor and what we do. He said, I travel, wear and tear on my vehicle and gas, but I include it in my prices. Key word, I include it in my prices. He write his own contracts. Okay, he set his own prices, and he figure in the travel time and the mileage of gas. Can you hear me, Hulk?
Yeah, I hear you. I was just
All
mentioning I was doing something with Charles. I was responding to Charles.
It's all good. It's all good, brother. You know, so we want people to understand that it's getting it to the point to where not only does it affect the vehicle that you're driving day to day, what about you? What about the mental? What about the physical? What about the morale? A lot of drivers' morale is down right now. A lot of negativity is being said about these apps. Okay. Now, how do we rectify these discrepancies and find solution to these problems and make it work for you? I wrote something down, and a driver told me today it wasn't a good 24 hours, Rev, when you gave this information. I'm going to draw a diagram. Okay. And I'm going to blow the screen up, put it on solo so you can see it. ABC, right? Okay. I blew this secret out the spot yesterday. Driver A is inside the restaurant. Driver B in the parking lot. Driver C, 500 feet, no further than 3 miles. When the big red dispatch system dispatch orders, right? It talks about the closest driver, best ratings, and time for pickup. The closest driver is A. And could be the best driver or not the best driver. All right. B got pretty good standings. They're in the parking lot. And we got the C driver. The A driver already got an order. They didn't hit confirm, so they can go ahead and take care of their business. So the driver B can get their order from the same restaurant. Driver C comes in. That order, the A driver waiting on, They already got an order. They're looking at their big package order. Driver C comes in and get the big package order and leave. Do y'all know why that happened? I gave the answer yesterday. When I give you the scoop on this information here, then you're going to understand you're going to change the way you make your selection on how you're delivering orders. A lot of rookies make this mistake here. A lot of thirsty drivers do too. It's our drivers, ladies and gentlemen, that causes us to get low ball offers. Oh yeah. And the ratings does matter. But if you already got an order, you in there and you saw a bigger order, well, I want that one too. I'm not going to hit confirm till that DoorDash give this order to me. You done caused the traffic jam in the algorithm. This program done changed some things that drivers used to get away with. They still can get away with it right now because DoorDash still tweaking some things out. Driver B in the parking lot. I'm driver B because it happened to me last Sunday. I'm sitting there looking at drivers coming from the outside, getting them orders. I'm looking crazy. Then I walk in there. You can't get in the front, the door to walk in, the entrance door, because drivers blocking the door. You can't get the Rise and Biscuit to get to your order. You got drivers got it up on the glass just like this right here. Like that right there. It's not that serious, people. I can't get in there and get an order I got. You in the way, holding me up. I can't go get my package out the thing. You standing in front of the way like you the bodyguard of the security of the food that's in the chambers. I'm talking to my drivers here in my community that goes over to the Rise and Biscuit. This technique finna get played out. Get your order, leave, and go. If you get your order, I'm not even finna tell you the secret how you can get your stack order. You don't deserve that information. You're already cheating the game, messing up the algorithm. Get your order, confirm, walk out of there. So the rotation can work on that cycle like it's supposed to, so people can get their orders. Now the question is, why is driver C coming right in there, getting the best order that driver A trying to cheat to get, and driver B just sitting in the parking lot wondering why they can't get in their orders at all? Oh yeah, people finna leave now. Now, is that real enough for you, or is it clickbait? Now, I just told you the reason why. If you look at the deep red dispatch system, it tells you that. Okay. Now, the reason why driver C gets the best order, because driver A already got an order. Driver B still waiting. Driver B can't get an order until driver A confirm. Keyword, confirm the order. Well, if that's the case, driver C should be also not being able to get the order either. No, driver C is at the right distance that the deep red dispatch system can give that order to that driver. And when I say this here, it's going to wake up something up here and the light bulb going to come on. How many of you done got catering orders that's 5 miles away and 7 miles away? And you know there's drivers at that restaurant that I'm talking about. You are driver C. There's a time limit. You got the best paying customer order, which is priority. You the priority driver for the priority customer that DoorDash values. You notice when you get there, you walk in there, you can get your package and leave out everybody mad at you. They was trying to cheat to get the catering order that you got, and you wasn't even battling against no competition for. Because you was at the right distance at the right time, and the dispatch system gave it to you. So you wouldn't get there too early, so the customer had to wait. So you wouldn't get there too late, so the customer wouldn't have to wait. They told me That if you start praying, you won't have to worry about your trolls. If you pray beginning service and ending service, trolls won't show up no more. That's what I was told. Now, what the truth do, it's going to draw you, it's going to drive you. 10 people probably left the room because I showed this technique, because I done blew it out of the water. Doordash already know about it. It's not fair if George got a better rating than me, and I'm in there already got an order. Then George can't get an order until I confirm the order, which means if Doordash turn around and give me another order, then George didn't get that order, but that order was a better order. That order supposed to have been George's order. Doordash had to do something about it, and they did. It's still going to take time because this technique still works. For how long, I don't know. But when driver A in there trying to cheat because they thirsty, looking at that better payout, or they're looking at the size of that order. Driver B can't get an order at all. Driver C come right and then get that order. 7 miles away. Got the best ratings between A and B. Listen to what I'm saying to you people. Best paying customers. Doordash is pairing the best drivers with the best paying customers, and the best paying customers is the highest tippers, and they own to this right here. After a while, you won't be able to use that technique. Now, there was a big question that was used yesterday. Information man is in the house. Salute to you, my brother. We're glad that you're here today, checking in on your brothers. I had to commend George today for sharing his story and his testimony, because us drivers start getting caught up in the illusion of the gig life. Understand what I'm saying to you? And have lost sight of the reality of life. Think about that for a minute. There's people that's hurting out here. There's people that need to express themselves and need to have a voice to express themselves without somebody always over talking them. Gig drivers are the most misunderstood people on the planet, almost as much as ministers. Okay? We whine, we cry, we complain, all of that good stuff for our thirst for greed. Stepping on folks, not respecting people, almost getting ready to have an automobile accident with each other. Only thing we see is money. We don't even see the streets on the highway anymore. With that being said, I will show that video in a short form, which will be a long form video, not a short, but a shorter video, greater detail, and don't take so long. You're going to digest the information of this home improvement contractor that been in business for 40 years. He talked about his prices. He talked about gas. He talked about travel time. He talked about how people would do you if they found out, friends found out that you got that going on. Go over there, sabotage the people. Feel what I'm saying? And lowball your offer to get the job past you. He talks about it as a cutthroat world. It describes our community. We have a lot in comparison, you see, and I want to be able to show that comparison so it will wake people's minds up so they can see the ugly picture that it brings for the thirst of greed and how people be getting messed off in these streets here in food delivery. I want to share one more story with you, and Howard right now taking care of business. Right in the parking lot when I was working on this vehicle right here. I'm hearing a commotion going on. I couldn't get to my phone. And then when I got to my phone, the battery was down to 4%, so I couldn't even record. It would have went viral. This man cursing out this other man. They talking about going get pistols, you know, in this, in that, you know, who you think you are. I'm not afraid of you. Wait till I get back to my car. Wait till I cut this corner. I was trying to find a place to duck and hide. It was finna go down. And to be a shameful and disgraceful thing, it was a manager, and a delivery driver conducting themselves such as this. And it's not summertime yet, where the temperature rises and the temper flies. We don't respect each other anymore. Maybe we don't respect life either. You know, you don't know if the person had a relative sitting up there watching this man act up. I mean, they cut up. I'd have got a chance to record it. It would have went viral. This is what George talking about. This is what Huck Smash is talking about and others. You know, if there's any clickbait going on in this community right now, it is entitled, and the title of it is drama. Drama that is on here is the most clickbaiting material it is. People are tired of it. People can't get any value out of it. It's the low-hanging fruit off the tree that enjoys it. See what I'm saying to you? So if anybody is guilty of clickbait, are the ones that keep the drama going on in this community. Now, we got to stop all this foolishness. Okay? You got people that look at TV, right? And then they out here try to live TV out here in real life. This is the illusion I'm talking about. So you don't think people doing the same thing? This is what I got for you, trader. We ain't finna get in here and get you coming here, get to laugh. Bye. Bye, DT. That's how I'm gonna deal with that. Him and everybody else. You know, said when we talking about important things such as this, we trying our best to relate to people that look up to YouTube channels such as this here in our community. Some look at it for therapy, some look at it for help, some look at least somebody can kind of understand me because I'm a driver, right? You don't know what the message going to affect other people. Okay? So as a gig tube influencer, we need to be mindful who we are influencing. Now you need to be mindful of who watching us. They will do a review. They will do a profile. They will do a case-by-case study of the influencers in this channel right here. If you don't believe how serious it is, you're going to find out in the future how serious it is. Can't say the Doordash revolution and put out the warning sign. That's why I got out of drama. You see, that's why. I know I can bring more value to this community. You see what I'm saying? Y'all call it entertainment and stuff. It might not be funny to somebody else. I already told you people outside our community are watching us. Don't believe me, check, find out for yourself. And you're going to find out these things. You done have people that lost their mothers through breast cancer. I'm one included. It's been many years ago. I want to do something too. I think it's in October, breast cancer month. We're gonna do something on this show here, if that's all right with you, George.
Oh yeah, I'm down with it.
All right, we're gonna bring more positivity in here as well on this show here. See, when I got foolishness coming here, I kick them out the room. They doing that because they feel intimidated. There's something in here that I didn't touch. So it's triggering something here, which they know is the truth. And I'll be hearing about it later. Not worried about that. I will be showing that content of a business owner. Been doing the business 40 years in the business I was doing. I told him I can't get all up under them sinks anymore. But I can write contracts. I can set prices. I can sub out contractors. Okay. When I sub out contractors, they're going to give me their price. Already got the contract right here. I'm going to take the contract to the owner. I'm going to charge a price to write up the contract. Okay. Done it before. The man told us in that video, I'm licensed, bonded, and insured. That means he's legal. He told him as a homeowner, watch out for the game of contractors getting over on you and they're not fixing things according to the code, the building code of the county and city and state. When you're running a business, he's right, because see, many years ago was the reason Tennessee had to issue out a home improvement contractor license. Anywhere from 3,000, but under 30,000, I can go ahead and do work. You had to go to the state of Tennessee, which was in Nashville, go before the board and all that. You had to pass a test, get licensed, get bonded, and then you put that TN number on the side of that vein. Then you become LLC. You had 3 different taxes in the district that you had to go through. You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. 3 different districts. You had a county tax, city tax, sales tax, and then federal tax. That's 4, isn't it? I haven't done that kind of work before. Howard met the guy that met me. I wished I could have took the video footage of it. First thing he called me was troubleshooter, general maintenance service. Howard looked at me. We got to talking and everything. I said, this is one of the guys I trained, but he was up under another guy. He's one of the best in the city. He told Howard, don't let that man fool you. He is the best in the city. I said, not anymore. I've been out the business for a while. He said, oh man, you ain't forgot all that you was taught. So my thing is, we don't brag about what we do. One guy came to me and asked me, he said, well, you train people to make more money than you. I said, what that says about the training? He got quiet. I said, that tells you that's a qualified trainer, certified trainer. If that trainer cares about helping people make money that they need to make, provide for their families, put the children through school and college and all of that, what does that say about the qualifications of that trainer? It don't make me look less because he's making more money than me. It's the opposite. People are going to start recommending people to me. That's already happening. Off the scene, on the scene. We out there. That's not bragging. The illusion of the gig life have taken us to a point that we have lost reality of life. Think about that for a minute. So people had to feel good about themselves by what? Making other people feel bad? Misery love company, right? That's in our world. We got dishonest people in our world, all walks of life. How do we hold our composure and temper when challenging situations come towards our direction? Let's think about that for a minute before I get ready to exit today. We got to protect ourselves by having the best possible behavior as possible. Personality, attitude, and how we look at things and how we address things. Our body language can escalate things to a different situation you might not want to get yourself caught in, and vice versa. No, I'm not perfect. I'm human too, which means I have these flaws as well.
Too.
You see, I have these flaws as well. You know, but if somebody asks me, brother, I need you to help me with this tire, I'm gonna do that. And they do the same for me. That's what I'm gonna do in this community. And I thank you, George, for being able to share your story, your testimony today.
No problem.
You know, hopefully somebody can be inspired and motivated by watching this video. You see, this is not to bash people, but it's to send out notice and a call to action to people to stop bashing other people. Don't worry about how much money this man making in Tennessee. Just make your money. Don't worry about how much money that sister making in Philadelphia. Just make yours. Don't get mad because they know how to make the money you may not know how to make. We provide information in this video. If you look at it step by step, we'll give you clues and key jewels that you can use with your decision making in your market. Of course, it's market dependent. But if you're not making the right decisions, I don't care what top 10 cities are the best market you can go to, you're still not going to make the money you're supposed to make because you're making the wrong decisions. So decisions does matter. So does the ratings in a market near you. I'll be putting out videos dealing with the platinum level dasher or the platinum dasher, so will other content creators. You will see my live stream ride-alongs that show proof, you know, but I'm not going to keep constantly showing money amount. We show certain examples of it because we're doing a case study. People complaining about this program, but actually you can do good with this program. You just got to give it a try first. I have drivers outside of Tennessee in different cities doing good with it. Took some of the advice that we gave them, used the jewels, discovered the truth, had their own creative thinking, started making the right decisions, experiencing things for the very first time. The guy said, man, I sometimes when you talk, I be like, man, what is that guy thinking about? But he said, man, it went a good 24 hours later, man. Went in good 24 hours. What you said yesterday, I saw it to be true in my market. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody know the truth. These truths are out there that we don't talk about in our ride-alongs. We showed a pretty picture of I made this amount of money. All right, now you done brainwash people into wanting that same amount of money, but you didn't tell the true story. You left some details out. What you just, it was just that perfect for you that you never had to wait for an order. Restaurant employees sit there and see you and they turn their back and don't look at you. The drive-through is priority. You still waiting and say, hey, I'm here, I'm here. They act like they can't hear you, like you the invisible person. Well, is it just me? I know it's not just me. People having blowouts, having a hard time trying to get another driver to help them on the street. This is reality. I was able to call one. He came to my aid, and I went to his aid today. I gotta thank Howard for that. See, we gotta start looking out for each other. Stop complaining, figure this thing out, and become better individuals and make things better for us. Try to turn a bad situation into a good situation is what I'm saying. We got any questions, and go ahead and check out the comment section for me, George. I've been trying to highlight everything. I'm trying to make that a 3-step thing. When the intro come in, the music, 3 minutes long, I'm doing whatever people coming in. Then we try to address them from the in between. Go ahead.
I was talking with Charles D, and I had a question for a possible show. It was up here where ratings, when Charles D said ratings matter. Okay, I had a question, and my question was, I have a question. If we are independent contractors, why would the AR matter? Okay, that's a question that I wanted people to think about, and it's like a little catch for another show.
Yeah, because
Because
I was getting ready to
there's a
answer
thing
it
about
too.
yeah, there's a thing about independent contractors that
Mm-hmm.
you're not really. I believe you're not really an independent contractor because the AR is a defect, and that's what makes you not an independent contractor because these platforms are using the AR to me. This is my opinion, and it's making it work like a W-2. Also, you have like schedules and all that other stuff. But if you're a true independent contractor, because they're trying to, you know, um, classify us as that, are you really a true independent contractor? If the AR have to matter, you know, because that's the acceptance rate. It stands for just in case for new drivers might not know. That's the main thing right there, and that's the subject right there that I'm listening to a lot of content on YouTube about AR, acceptance rate. TOS says that it shouldn't matter if you decline orders and stuff. So the TOS of DoorDash. I didn't do the TOS with Uber yet. I read the whole TOS with DoorDash. I read it the whole thing on DoorDash. But yet they're forcing you to have certain ARs to get certain things and stuff, and different programs and stuff like that. Now people are making it without the AR, but people are being brainwashed and trying to thinking they're gonna get better orders because of the AR and things like that. Now it's a question that I want people to think about. We're gonna have a show on that, and maybe it's redundant. People are probably tired of hearing about it, but I thought maybe that question right here might get people to maybe think about what that Charles D told them was a great question. That's all. That's all.
I'm
Oh,
still here, brother.
Damian Bray said, he says 100% agree with this live about decision making and ratings. It just came in. All that is a fact. That should always matter
Mm-hmm.
and make a situation pan out to work all on its own with rational decision making. I agree with Mr. Damian Blaze there. He was saying, you have to make decisions, to make the money, and you have to do some research on your market and try to understand these apps. You know, you got to understand what the app is doing, how to make the. I always said, you want to make the app, you want to make the app work for you. You work for the app. You know? You gotta try to make the most money as you can, but you gotta make the app work for you. Don't make you think you have to go after the surge if you Uber or anything, the missions, they call it in Grubhub, or and then any other kind of peak pays over here in Doordash, can't forget, and then anything else, to try to catch you. If you know your market and know where to go, you can always get that money, and you set your times. and and make these apps know that you mean business, and tell them I'm worth this amount and I'm not doing these orders. And then the TOS saying you can't get deactivated. Don't let them think you can. What they'll do is you don't accept orders, 2 or 3 orders or whatever, they shut your dash down. They end your dash automatically. That's wrong on their part. To me, I feel is because and the TOS says that you don't have to accept orders. So why are they doing stuff like that? What is the reason why they're doing it? And then they're making us fight against each other, fight against the merchants, fight against the actual customer who's actually ordering food or product or doing the service, instead of us, trying to, unite and understand each other. Because you see, those companies are laughing and getting away with murder and everything, and they're going under the radar, just under the radar, so they won't have to be with legislation and stuff. And they're letting us all fight against each other, the merchant, the driver, and the actual customer who's ordering the service. They're making us fight against each other versus us going against them to show them, hey, man. And I'm talking for the merchant side as well as the customer side, because they take advantage of the customers as well as they take advantage of the drivers, and they take advantage of the merchants. So we all need to think about it. Who's actually winning this argument here? Who's coming out on top? Is it us three, or is it any of those platforms that we are, working for? I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We're working for them. If they don't give us an order on our phone, how are we gonna work? Independent contractors, what he was saying earlier with that guy, he's talking about his business bonding and all that. That's independent contract. Shoot for bids. The bid part, I can see them saying, okay, there's a $3 order for 10 miles. You don't want it, decline it. That's a bid. They shouldn't go against you. That shouldn't go against you. The only two ratings I think matter, the customer rating, because they want to see what type of person you are, and they can do survey and stuff, and there's data. And the completion rating. The reason why I said completion rating is because say you accepted an order, and then all of a sudden, you're like, nah, I don't want it. I find I was going too far, unassign it. And then you accept another one, nah, I don't want it. Or you accept the batch and you don't want the batch because you found out that don't have a tip or whatever. So you assign that. That's still part of the acceptance rating. Not the acceptance rating, your completion rating. I'm sorry, your completion rating. So when you didn't complete an order, but you accepted it, then they can see that, okay, this person's not really reliable because he'll accept the order and then he'll turn around and unassign it. So it's just like if you go to a job, you go to, a W-2 job. You go in there and you work, and then like, nah, I don't want to work today. So the next day, nah, I'll get up in the morning, nah, I don't want to work. So then you just don't go to work. Then you come in the next day, after that, you go to work. You work a couple of days, and you do it again. They'll start to see a trend. And then a lot of these jobs, I work on them. They have a point system. You get so many points, they can you. You're out of there because you're not reliable. Now they could do a point system. If they have an idea to listen to this, that'd be more because if you get a job and if it's not really a valid reason, it's really a bad trending in the point system for you not completing the job, then they should be able to not hire you or give you any work. So it would be called deactivating you from the platform. Instead of becoming fired, it'd be deactivated. But fired and deactivation to me means the same thing. You're not working at that particular job anymore. So a point system for how many times you cannot complete a job, it would be better than a acceptance rating. Because if the TOS is saying you can just not accept anything, you just only be deactivated. Why are they doing other stuff to make you do these $2 offers for 10 miles? And you don't want to do that. Whatever the reasons why you don't want to do it. So that's what I got to say.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be a debate next week, George, because I agree with the acceptance rate. I just explained why we need the acceptance rate.
Yeah, no.
Right, right,
I
right
just,
here,
I see
right
why
here.
the acceptance rate is
Hold
important.
on for
You know what
hold
I mean?
on for a second. Hold
But
on for a second. I let you talk. Now let me talk.
okay, okay.
Now, this right here. If anybody don't understand what this is, I just broke it down ABC 1, 2, 3 about why it's imperative we need the acceptance rate. Our fellow thirsty drivers caused this day to happen. I was the driver sitting in the parking lot, driver B, going through that crossfire right there. So who was to blame for that type of situation that happened was driver A. You already got an order. Get your order and go. Okay. Don't hold me up from getting one as driver B. But since I know what's going on, I know not to get caught in the middle anymore.
Mhm.
So since I know how to get caught, not to get caught in the middle, and I know the distance of where the best orders going to the best drivers. Now, that was the loophole that drivers use against drivers that did accept those ratings and all of that. There are standards being set now because of the dishonesty. Everybody been complaining about the migrants and all of this. Got 14% left on his battery. About how they then took a whole zone hostage and other drivers can't get their orders and make money is the formula I'm talking about right here. It's got to be stopped. This is their way of stopping it. Acceptance rate need to be implemented. They have to raise up the completion rate that need to be implemented. You see, if you already running 5 other apps, why should DoorDash even matter to you? Okay. I could be complaining about Uber Eats all day long because I got deactivated. No, what I did was, okay, I got other apps. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to even fight about it. That's just one business I'm not going to do business with.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. So
Mhm.
if you got all of these other apps that this state don't have, that a lot of you drivers do, why y'all complain about DoorDash so much? Get off the platform, leave it alone, and go on to the apps that's making you money. Why? Because DoorDash is the most sought after delivery service it is due to the LOP between Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. We talking about food delivery now. That's the reason why drivers out here having multiple DoorDash accounts, standing in block A with multiple DoorDash accounts, 3 orders, trying to get 3 more. Reason why driver B can't get in the orders. Is that fair? No, it's not fair. That's the reason why the acceptance rate had to be implemented. So that stuff can stop so they don't mess up the algorithm to where people can't even get their food. You see, that's the problem right here. Our fellow drivers, you see. So my thing is this here. They done found a remedy. I don't know how long is it going to last in this program to where we can't cheat the system. Drivers cheat the system most on DoorDash. Not on Grubhub, not on Uber Eats and all that. It's on DoorDash platform.
Mhm.
Reason why these drivers are complaining about they can't get away with what they're used to. But this stuff still works. I don't know for how much longer though. So you got a driver A got 3 different DoorDash accounts, which is a breach in your contract. You see 3 big bags in there. I can't get an order because of it. You got 5 of them drives up against the glass like this right here. Against the glass. We talked about this here. So I'm sitting here like driver C being assigned the orders they supposed to be assigned. Kid Geezer used to talk about it. I got me a banger 7 miles away. I done got bangers 7 miles away. That's because this was going on. So in the algorithm, the highest paying customer They want to make sure that driver get there on time, don't have to wait for that food, just like Bentley Coop said, already ready, snatch that order, come on up out of there. So that customer, that highest paying customer, get their order on priority. I know what I'm talking about. Read the deep red dispatch system. So we will be talking about that. I had a good reason why they doing what they doing. They're trying to level the playing field so everybody can have a fair shake at it. Not for people that cheat, that uses illegal bots and other apps. The Doordash grabber bot. It has a distinct sound when you get orders. It sounds almost like an Uber Eats bell. Uber Eats bell. It sounds just like that. And you constantly keep getting the best orders out there. I can explain to you how it works. And we'll in one of these episodes. We got 11% left on here. But that's okay. Me and George, we discuss these true life situations. And we don't fall out with one another about it. That's his belief. And I understand that belief. Same way with me as well. You know, but drivers are actually doing this stuff, hurting all of us in the aspect. You have college students that may not care about getting the order. I've seen people got the bag, man, let the bag flip and everything, put it in the seat and all of that. You know, and all this and these gig companies, I agree with that there is some loose things they doing. Okay. And the thing that I said, I agree 100% with George on a lot of what he's saying. And I agree with this right here. What he said is the independent contractor situation. I don't believe we're independent contractors either. I'm gonna tell you why. When you sign that contract, you have to hit agree to sign it to get on the app. So that means you didn't write a contract. You agreed to a contract. That's where we lost our control at right there. You know, it's a good thing and everything. George, you're gonna have our support, bro. We get off here, we're gonna have, you know, our thing. We're gonna have your support there. I want everybody to support him in the community and everything. You know, he's a highly respected supporter of a whole lot of channels out there. He's been on a whole lot of panels. Okay, we need to support him right now and others in trying times. That's what we're supposed to do as a community. You know, have that group hug. You see what I'm saying? Give that motivation right now. Now I'm gonna do something I hadn't done on my channel. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm rolling wonders up. And I'm gonna bow my head in a word of prayer. That's what I'm getting ready to do. That's how I'm gonna end the show today. All right, I'm ready. Father God, let me take the cap off. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for waking us up today to see the four corners of our bedroom instead of the four corners of the grave. Thank you for giving us another chance. Give us the wisdom and understanding to send a message that comes from the kingdom of heaven to help others. Not to brag on our self-gain, not to brag on our abilities, not to brag on our skill sets, but actually be humble and appreciate the blessings you give to us so we give to others. I want to pray for the Johns family this today. Give them strength, Lord, through these trying times. There's pain, frustration, anxiety that creeps in. All these different thoughts can mess with the mind. And it can be a heavy burden sometimes. I commend him for his strength, for holding it down as a man, for his mom, his sister, and his wife. But there are also others in this community, Lord, that is hurting. On drugs, trying to shake the pain that they feel, the miseries that they feel, people that abused them in the past. That still is a problem for them that they can't just forgive right now. The trauma that they went through. They still struggle with the grips of it today. losing a loved one through cancer, losing a loved one through drugs, losing a loved one that lost their mind, losing a loved one in prison, losing a loved one out there in them streets that's homeless, chasing that thrill, chasing that high, chasing that needle out there in the streets, Father God. I pray that there be a positivity that comes in this community that will touch the life of everyone that watches this channel. These and other blessings that we ask in Jesus' name, that we come back home in one piece, just like we left home, not just in our physical form, but in our mental state, in our spiritual state, Father God. These and many other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Amen. Thank you, brother.
Amen and amen. Brother, I thank you. And we got 5 seconds left. I don't want to shut off on everybody. I will not be playing the music due to the low percentage on the battery. But it was time to issue out that prayer. A prayer for change of our mindset, a prayer of change, how we deal with each other, a prayer of change that we need respect for one another, a prayer of change, uplifting one another, a prayer of change to build and edify this community. I thank you, George, for the value that you bring and the powerful digital reputation presence that you have as a subscriber as well as a content creator. I salute you, bro. I salute you.
Thank you, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to head out of here. I hope you got something out of this one. We didn't know it was going to go like this, but yeah, we are going to talk about some issues that needs to be addressed, you know, and everything. But how do we adapt, and how do we adapt with the changes of it and still make our money? There will be other resources that we will put that may have value for you if you want to take it to another step, another level, and start having ownership of your company. Peace. Take care, everyone. May God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video.